Hey, thanks for clicking on the video. This is the MARXON G1500 solar power station. I've been looking at this thing probably for about 3 weeks now. I've looked at it previously, but here lately I've really been looking at it. The price has come down on it. Looking at the specs and then looking at the price, I just had to pull the trigger on it and get it. Let me tell you about it. I wrote it down because I don't want to mess up nothing and forget about it. This here, the MARXON G1500. It's a 1440 watt hour, 1800 watt output, 3600 watt surge. It has a UPS of 10 milliseconds turnover time, so that's great. If you get 2 of these, down here on the bottom, if you can see this, that is a parallel connector. If you get 2 of these, you can buy their parallel connector and plug 2 of them up at the same time. And it comes with a TT30R RV plug on the end of it. So that means you can actually plug your RV into it. And you don't see that a lot in a 1500 watt power station. And that's kind of what caught my eye. This thing will put out 2400 watt continuous with them in parallel if you get 2 of them. And I mean, it looks good. It's got great handles. I mean, everything about it just really, I just loved it. Been wanting it for a while, but like I said, when the price come down, I really pulled the trigger on it quick. It was on sale. It's got 3,000 plus cycles before it drops to 80%. LiPo4 batteries. The solar input is 600 watts. 1,000 watt input on AC, plugging it up to the wall. And both of them together, 1,600 watts if you use solar and AC together. 2-year warranty, I believe that could be a lot better. That could be a whole lot better, and I'll tell you why later. But it comes with your AC cord. It comes with your lighter port to Anderson. I do like the Anderson. It comes with a thank you card from the company. Again, MARXON. Comes with your user manual. And I mean, it's a basic manual. I ain't going to say it's the greatest. It ain't the worst. But comes in this box, which was in another heavy duty cardboard box. So you get 2 boxes. So it's well protected. Plenty of foam. Can't knock them on that. I mean, it was packaged very well. And just in case you can't see it really good, right there, the G1500. Just give you a look at everything. I know when I watch videos, I always sit there thinking, wow, I wish you'd show me that up close and all. But yeah, I pulled the trigger on this. And we'll get a close-up. That way I can show you everything. Right here is the front. Again, down here, if you buy the parallel connectors in another unit, you can plug one up here, the positive, and then the negative. You have a ground lug, if you like to use that. 4 120 volt AC outputs. Right there's your on and off switch. Up here, you have 1, 2, 3, 4 USB-A. 2 of them's quick charges. You have 2 USB-C, 100 watt. Your screen, we'll turn it to the side here. Air intake, these are not fans. They just, a lot more of a vent. Down here it says MARXON G1500. On the back side, you have your lighter port, 12 volt, 10 amp with a cover. You have a light, high, low, and the SOS. Here is a little door. This is your surge protection. You have your AC cord hookup and your Anderson solar intake. On this side, again, air vents. So I received this about a week and 2 or 3 days ago, and real excited. when it came, I couldn't wait to open it. Opened it all up, and I tore the little screen protector here. Usually they got a little tag. This one was just all over it, and it's made to where I guess they put it on there, then put the screen in, so you had to tear it. Right here you can still see a little bit of the stuff there. But again, I got it out. Tickled to death to get it. Love the looks of it. Come up here, turn it on. And as you can see, the screen does not work. Now, mind you, everything on this does work except the screen, which was really a big letdown. I know you can't tell it, but there's just like little blocks, little square blocks. No numbers, no battery bar, nothing. So that was a letdown. But again, like I said, everything else does work. So I contacted Amazon, and they told me that they have to get a hold of the company in my behalf. They'll write a little note, email saying that, it doesn't work properly or whatever. And he wants a refund or a replacement, because that's what I told him, because I really wanted this unit. I said, if I can get a new one, that's fine, get it. But if not, give me a refund. So they told me that if I don't hear back from MARXON in 48 hours, they will issue me a refund. Amazon will. I said, okay, no big deal. So 48 hours went by, never heard from them, contacted Amazon. Amazon told me, no problem. I'm going to go ahead and issue you your refund. You'll see it in, I think they said like 3 to 7 days back on your card. I said, okay, no problem. So that was that. And I thought, man, I hope that it goes back on my card real quick, because, I'd like to order another one. Mistakes happen. There could have been a bad part. The screen could have been bad during the manufacturer putting it together. They don't test every one. They test maybe like 1 out of 50, 1 out of 100. I'm not really certain, but I know they don't test every one. And that goes with all brands: Blue Eddy, Pecron, Alcatel, whatever. So I thought, well, if I can get it back real quick, my refund, I'll go ahead and grab me another one, because I looked on Amazon, there were 5 left at that price. And again, that price, these started off about a year ago, about $1,100. Then they dropped to around $900. And here about 2 months ago, I seen it for $649. And, that was still a good price as far as the specs and everything. I just didn't have it to blow then. And then I looked, like I said, a couple of weeks ago, seen it again, and I was really wanting it. They dropped it to $388 and some change. And I thought, you know what? I'm pulling the trigger. I'm going to get it. And I did. But I thought, if they put it back on my card, I'm going to grab another one, because I got looking. They had 5 left again. Well, it went back on my card. Thankful. I went ahead and purchased another one. That made it 4 left, And I told my buddy Wayne down in Florida, we talk a lot. He sends me stuff on power stations that I don't catch, and I send him stuff that he might not catch. And we just try to help each other out on good deals and new things coming out. And I sent him the link to it. He got back with me. He said, man, that sounds great. I believe I'm going to grab me one. So he purchased him one. Well, again, like I said, I got my refund on this one. They said, just keep it, dispose it, whatever. It ain't working. And I went ahead and purchased the other one. Then I was waiting for it. And believe it or not, yesterday it came by FedEx. And boom, here it is. Here's the one that come yesterday. And believe it or not, my buddy Wayne, his come yesterday. Mine come early, his come later in the day. But as you can see, this one has a screen protector with a yellow tag. And I thought, well, that's odd that this one didn't have the same screen protector. No big deal. And also, this one they always come in a big dust-proof bag, see-through bag. Someone had taken the bag and cut it in half and taped it together and put this in it. No big deal. Maybe it was out of bags. I don't know. Well, got this one out of the box, started looking at it. I noticed some scratches on the bottom of it. Nothing bad, but I could tell that this don't come out of the factory like this. So my heart started to sink a little bit, and I got looking more on it and didn't see nothing wrong with it. A couple of smudges, I can live with that. I didn't get the little blue thank you card with this one, and I thought that was odd. And then my cables, the solar and AC, they come in one bag, where this one, it came in 2 different bags. And I thought, this just ain't adding up. You know, companies do the same thing. They go right down the line. They got one guy that does one job, and he does the same job over and over. So I was already having a bad feeling. Well, I got it out of the box. You know, looks all right, everything. I thought, turn it on. So here we go. Nothing. Will not turn on. And I might have said a couple of choice words, but then I was sitting there thinking, I thought, you know what? Try plugging the AC cord up to it and see what happens. So let's give that a try. Now bear with me. I've plugged the AC cord up to the unit. I'm going to plug it up to my wall outlet. Watch the screen when it comes on, and you'll notice something. Excuse my dog barking outside. Can you see the error code on that? And the little red symbols telling you something is wrong? Now, you would think that it's plugged up, that I could do something with it, but nothing works. Nothing at all. And that's a E2 error code and FFFF. And I looked up the E2, and it's the battery. So this one doesn't even work at all. If you plug it up, the screen will come on and show you the error codes, but nothing at all works on it. Now, these are supposed to be brand new units from MARXON, and they're not new. They're used. They're refurbished is what they are, but not even fixed. And here's the kicker now. My buddy Wayne down in Florida, he finally messaged me yesterday evening. He said, hey, it come. I'm going to open it. And I already told him what was going on with mine. Well, he sent me pictures, was taking me along the journey of him opening it. But long story short, his was scratched up super bad. I mean, it looked like it'd been through a tornado, but it did work. Everything did work. But again, bad shape on the outside. And the kicker is, in his box was a return slip from a previous owner that bought it originally, and they had trouble out of it, and they had returned it. And if you've ever returned a power station, they like for you to write your name, your order number, you know, the serial number, what's the problem, on a piece of paper, or type it out and stick it in the box when you ship it. That way, when they open it, they can look right at it and say, okay, this is from so-and-so, here's the problem, blah, blah, blah. You know, that's the slip that was in his. They didn't even take the slip out. They just left it in there. Apparently, they either fixed his, or whatever problem there is, it hasn't occurred yet. You know, I can't explain it, but it sounds like to me, either MARXON is ripping people off. Maybe they're going out of business and they're just selling off their junk to get the money in, or they have a bad employee who's grabbing up the returns, damaged G1500s, and making their own account through the company on Amazon and selling them. And the money goes to them somehow. I don't know. I know on the reviews on Amazon, after all this happened, I got reading them last night, really good. One purchaser said they received theirs. It didn't work at all. So they got a hold of MARXON through Amazon. They did reply to them, and they told them, you'll return it. And I don't know if MARXON sent them a shipping label, or if the customer had to ship it out of their own pocket. I don't know that. but they shipped it back to the manufacturer for a replacement. If I'm not mistaken, it's on there. You can go on Amazon and look at the reviews and just read them. It's on there. And I don't know if they wanted a refund or a replacement, but I believe it was a replacement. And they sent it off to them. Never heard another word. They did receive it, through the tracking number, but they never sent them a replacement, never give them a refund, never replied to like 10 to 20 emails this customer sent them. Hey, where is my money, or where is my power station? Never heard nothing from them. Another one on there, they received one and it worked for 28 days, I believe they said. And they were reaching out to MARXON. They would not reply. They said they were going to dispute it through the bank or the credit card, try to get their money back. So long story short, it doesn't sound like MARXON is a reliable company. And that's why I was telling you earlier when I said they have a 2-year warranty, could be better, a lot better. I don't care if it's 1 year or 10 years. If you're not going to honor it, you're not going to email people back, there is no warranty. So that's something you need to look at. And I'm making this video because I want to protect you, the customers and viewers. If you're looking at this and you see that great price of $388 or even $300 or whatever, don't be suckered. This company will take your money and leave you sitting. They're sending out refurbished or just totally broke units and selling them on Amazon as brand new. That's bull. And Amazon, I think they should be doing something to stop this seller, MARXON, and the whole company from coming on Amazon, because that's not right to the customers. That makes Amazon look really, really trashy. I'll be honest with you. If you get on MARXON's website, not Amazon, but their website, they have, I think it's like 6 different units. There's a 2000, the 1500, a 300. I want to say a 600, but there's about 6 of them. I'm telling you, be wary of buying from them, because it doesn't sound like they're a reputable company at all. I mean, especially if they want to email you back when you got a problem, especially when you send them the unit back and you never hear nothing from them again, you never get a refund and you never get a replacement. That's crappy. And maybe they do have a bad employee using their website and link and all that on Amazon. They need to get rid of that employee. And if they want to redeem themselves, you know what? Get a hold of us here on the channel. Send us a good unit, or at least comment and tell us what's going on. But this ain't right. But I warn everybody, please do not buy nothing from MARXON brand power stations. Nothing. You're going to get ripped off. They've proven it over and over. Get on Amazon, look up MARXON, whatever unit, but just look at the reviews on them, especially the G15. It's pitiful. Tell you what, let's go in here and I'm going to show you something else where I caught them flat out lying. All right, I'm on Amazon right here. And as you can see, if you see my mouse moving up here, currently unavailable. We don't know when or if this item will be back in stock. Right there is the MARXON. I'll blow it up. 1800 watt max. I mean, it's a good looking unit. I love the looks of it. I like the screen. It's a real letdown, I'm telling you. I really wanted this sucker. I'm just showing you the pics here. Bear with me. Now, right there is 2 of them, and they're in parallel. See the cords going in right here at the bottom on each one? Then they go to your TT30R RV outlet. You can see it right there. So let's see here. There's another picture, the UPS. I mean, I'm telling you, it's just a good, sleek unit. And again, the price on here was $388 and some change. To my door, taxes and all, it was $412 and some change for a 1500 watt unit. And I'm going to go down here and I'm just going to show you something. Bear with me, please. Right there's some more pics. Right there's the name MARXON. Please remember that. Don't get your butt burnt like me. I'm just glad I can bring this to y'all and let you know and give you a good warning. Okay, here's the question. Let's see here. I don't know if you can see that, but I have typed in right here, does this have a phone app? It's thinking, and it says, I did not find any information about a phone app in the product information. So you can see that as good as me. So now I'm going to take you to their website right there. And if you can see where my mouse is, I want you to read this. And I'm sorry about the shakiness. I just want y'all to see. Right here at the bottom, UPS function, multifunctional LCD display, and Bluetooth app function. So either they're lying or they forgot to put it in the units they have on Amazon. It's one of the two. I just wanted to point that out. You know, it's a shame that you can't even trust these companies anymore. And I hate to say it, biggest part of them are over in Asia. They do not care to rip you off. They know you can't come knocking on their door demanding your money back. But I'm telling you, I cannot believe a company is this deceitful. So again, I just wanted to let you, the viewers, customers of Amazon, don't be fooled by this company right here, MARXON. They will rip you off, sell you a new unit, and send you an old, either refurbished or one that doesn't work at all. I've received 2 of them that doesn't work properly, and not just that, they're used. They're not new. My buddy Wayne in Florida, same thing. He got lucky and his does work, but it's used. You know, why would you want to pay for a used unit? You know, and if you are going to pay for a used unit, be honest about it and post that. You know, at least you know you're buying a used unit. But MARXON has really put a bad taste in my mouth. I'm telling you, I've never known of a company getting this deceitful, and especially about saying there's a phone app when there isn't. Because if there was a phone app, at least I could run this one because I could look and work it from my phone. Because like I said, everything on it works except the screen. So, you know, if you don't even know if it's overloading or the battery's about to go dead, I mean, the watt's coming in, you got to know this stuff. Because like I say, it's a lot of money you're spending. So just be aware, you know, what you're buying. And again, Amazon, I think they should be ashamed of themselves for even letting a seller come on there like this with all the complaints that the customers have left reviews on, that, you know, they even let them sell out. They even take them off before. They waited till the last one sold. And I guarantee you those last 4, guarantee you those people are already complaining, or going to be anyway when it's delivered. But for such a good looking unit, I cannot believe that it's trash. I mean, I guess it's just too good to be true. I hope MARXON will reply to this video, leave a comment, let us know what's going on. You know, are you sorry for even doing this? Do you have a bad employee, or is this on purpose? But I think they really should send out a good unit, let us test it for ourselves. But, you know, even if it's not me, someone else. I got looking on YouTube and before I bought it, and there's only actually like 4 videos of actual people reviewing this. 4 videos. A couple of them has made like 2 or 3 videos. I don't know why, but they have. And I reached out to a couple of them and asked them, you know, one has had it for about a year. The other one, I want to say like 7 or 8 months. And both of them, I copied it and went to the next video and put it so it's the same thing, more or less. Hey, you know, is this unit working good still after a year or after 7 months? Have you had any problems? Does it work great? You know, blah, blah, blah. Let us know. I've never heard from either one of them. So I take it that they were probably paid, or MARXON has made that video themselves. You know what I'm saying? Putting someone else's name on there. But I just think it's a shame, and I just want to warn everybody, don't waste your money. It's junk. It won't even work. And now you got to, if you buy it just like me, you got to go through the headache and the hassle of trying to get your money back, which, again, I've got my money back on this one already. This one here, I'm waiting the 48 hours. Monday around 10 o'clock in the morning, 11 o'clock will be the 48 hours. And believe me, As soon as I get home, I will be on the computer getting a hold of Amazon saying, hey, 48 hours is up. I want a refund. So I will say this screen does work. This is what I'm going to try after I get a refund, because they don't want to ship them back, because where they're LiFePO4 batteries, lithium batteries, it costs them about $100 to ship these back each. So Amazon doesn't want them back. They told me on this one, go ahead and throw it away or dispose of it. And I'm sure they're going to say the same thing on this one. But after I get my refund and I know it's back on my card, I'm going to try to attempt, hopefully, and it's just the screen in this one, I'm going to attempt to take this one apart and take this good screen out and replace it over here. Because if I can get this screen to work in this unit, at least it will work. I will say that, unless I screw it up when I take it apart. But I am going to try that down in my building, not in my home. But again, just wanted to give y'all a fair warning. And I want to ask y'all one big favor. One, hit the thumbs up, give me a like. Our channel needs it. I've only been doing this a little over a year, but we need all the help we can. Second thing, if you own a MARXON power station of any brand, especially the G1500, could you leave in the comment, is it working good? When you received it, did it work? Have you had this problem? Any information will help us and help others on the channel. Believe me, people look at the comments. We'd just like to know your thoughts after buying a MARXON. I would appreciate that. Well, that's about all I can tell you. I will give you an update later if I got a refund on this one, which I'm sure I will, but I ain't going to say for sure because things happen. But stay away from MARXON until they can redeem themselves anyway, and I hope they reply on the video. Hey, thank y'all for watching. Beware of scammers. So just wanted to give you a heads up. Thank you very much. God bless every one of you, and catch you on the next one.